I mean, I kind of see it both way, right? If CK could get onto Tiny, Tiny has 0 base armor, so he dies fast too.
5 seconds.
I can't find Tiny.
Hurry.
Is that the T? You're welcome. Never gonna get on.
I'm not the biggest fan of it, but worked for Arteezy, and it's another one of those now with the tree. He can farm the jungle just as quickly, not as quickly as a gyro, but very close.
The like similar style hero would be Sven, right? But Sven is slower. I would say that's like the most significant difference. Is
and less
Sven's
solo kill potential.
And, yeah. Tiny is just a lot faster, comes online, gets kills by himself.
It's going to be a very... I mean, the last game was pretty... By 10 minutes, there was a tons of kill. I think it's going to be a lot the same this game, especially with an Enchantress Undying.
Yep, there's an Ogre Magi ban on the side of Complexity.
Ogre, so they think it's offlane enchant.
Yep. I mean, if...
I think it's going to be a fear enchant.
Yeah, because...
he played it yesterday.
I think you're a little bit too squishy if for core Enchantress.
I don't think Enchantress could lane against CKA, right? Whereas I think the puck off lane actually does a lot better. But
the only heroes that can really do that are like Tide and kind of a bad and
maybe Bristleback.
Maybe.
Man, we didn't talk about that last game either. Universe in the laning phase just absolutely handled Moo, which is to be kind of expected. But he was like 40 CS up at like 10 minutes in. Insane. If Universe has another good... I mean, that's when you need Universe to have good performance, because he was their mover.
And that also means they assume it's mid-puck, not just off-lane Enchantress.
Yeah.
Right? Which is kind of weird to me, because I'm assuming this is off-lane puck.
Universe puck wants it, yeah.
I'll move it over, but you know. Still could go both ways.
So I was thinking...
And they ban OD. So what does that mean by EG? Oh,
it means that they want to have...
Puck's back to the off-lane.
Yeah, get back there, Puck, you big goober.
Deuce a counter to Chaos Knight.
I gotta see what Complexity picks here, but this could if Complexity just picks another high tempo one, it's pretty much gonna be, can EG hold a couple pushes and then win, or is Complexity just run over him?
It's like Mirana banned.
No, Mirana's still in the pool.
Heavy magic damage against Tiny Medusa in the early game is good.
Yeah, and it's a pretty good diffusal hero too. Weaver's also
still in the pool.
I don't think Weaver's
AoE stun between Tiny and then the AoE silence from Puck.
And giving Rubik Sakuchi.
Is Tiny enough to also not go for the PL?
Literally the best.
I think PL's too slow in this game. Even though it is very good versus Medusa, it's not that good versus Tiny in like the early game. Like even with Diffusal, he runs out of mana, you do no damage to him.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that too, because they would have
Mirana, good call, Cap.
They could run in Shiva suggestion, they could run Chaos Knight Ancient Apparition mid. I don't know if that could do anything.
I just don't like PL as a hero. I'm like that, like Lumi with Visage. I don't know. Well, that's it. It really feels like this. If Complexity gets a good laning phase and they win like one team fight in the base, they win. But if EG holds 1 or 2 pushes with RTZ farming well.
How's the search for Mirana going?
It's not at the M.
I mean,
somebody misplaced it.
I said that and then I found
like
it in
just
the M.
purely through the fact that even if you don't have any judgment on what lineups are better.
I mean, Lich is close enough.
If you just read the judgment of Complexity were wrong about their last ban.
It's not Lich, by the way.
And did not have a good idea of what EG were doing. Like, doesn't that give EG the advantage?
Yeah. No,
and then on top of that, you're looking at like, okay, Deuce a hard counter is Chaos Knight.
I got it.
Axe build is super
It was
strong.
in the M.
It was in the M. My bad, guys.
All right, Lumi. What do you reckon?
I like what Cab was saying. I just like the fact that Arteezy just came off a very, very good game as a similar type hero. I'm going with EG.
What do you reckon, Lumi? Lumi has to go first.
Okay. Sorry, I don't...
For the thing, otherwise it doesn't keep the predictions properly or something.
Lumi's out of breath, wait up.
Yeah. He's got to study the draft first.
Tough jog over.
I like EG's draft as well. I've only seen Undying lose. I feel like he does well 5 minutes in, and then he just
he's like a 15-minute hero.
Yeah.
I do think that Complexity made a mistake with their last ban, but I always pick. I feel like the snipe for a game. I think Mirage is pretty good. Still gonna go EG though.
All right, I'm going to go for complexity. They can play fast. They can make it Undying work, perhaps. We're going to find out, though, who is taking the direct route to the grand finals and who is to battle in the lower bracket. Find out with ODPixel and Fogged.
Thank you very much, yes, Shiva. This final deciding match between EG Complexity in this best of 3, and we are ready to go. Of course, RTZ getting that Tiny that we've seen him pull out the other day, and have some very, very strong performances on. And again, looking back to Complexity, they have that matchup. They have that combo, the Sanking AA that they are so strong with.
Yeah.
I don't know who's going to say this one, Fogged. I mean, out of the back of the draft, is there a team that you sort of favor, or anything you sort of worry about?
I don't need to say anything. The panel pretty much, I think they actually hit like everything just on the head. Complexity has this very run-at-you lineup. EG needs to take it to the later stages. If they get run over in this laning phase, I'm very concerned for EG, because Tiny and Medusa, these two heroes, require a decent amount of items to really be able to participate in fights. So now we're going to look at lanes. I think we're going to see like this double dodging thing happen, because I think EG, they want to have the puck versus the Sanking again.
Okay.
And Complexity doesn't want that to happen. They want to have this aggro dual lane / tri-lane versus the puck and leave the Sanking alone on his midst. And that does look like it's going to be happening here. Puck is bottom, and it does look like Complexity this time, they have the read going down. Chessie is down there, they're sending Sanking toward top. And 3 runes will be claimed for Complexity this time around. Z-Freak also is starting with a Blightstone on AA level 1.
Oh, Blightstone AA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Little bit of bonus minus armor versus Tiny. Since Tiny is 0 armor, it can be pretty critical to be able to get that extra little bit of damage here. So I think that Complexity has the lanes that they wanted exactly here coming around.
I mean, to the point where, do you think EG will react to that? Like, will they switch up the lanes, or will they just stick with what they've got?
Well, they've got their TPs. I think they can make that decision when they see it. I think they probably would like to. Like, Sanking versus Tiny is not really the most fun, because you get hit by Caustic all the time, but at least you have the tree throw damage and the tree that you hold with the cleave. And Puck isn't gonna like get shut down. And okay, Fear actually gets a career snipe this game. That's a wrench into the midst.
Yeah, that only leaves that one pool tango left for Limpin as a regen, and he's already getting spammed out by the Mystic Snake.
Yeah.
That could make things pretty damn tricky for Lim in that mid lane.
So Sanking, oh wow, they're actually getting a lot of damage here on Moo. They don't have a stun either. Moo.
Ah, he's gone. Surely.
It's the South. Yeah, he's okay.
Okay.
That Caustic proc slowing down the Tiny just enough for Moo to be able to get away. But now, no salve top. Moo is very low up here. So they're actually pretty happy with the Tiny being up here. And I think it's a better lane actually for the Tiny when I just think back on it. He doesn't want to be versus Undying and CK.
Okay.
Undying CK would just demolish him. And Universe is fine with being sacked a bit. Limp is forced back to base because of that courier kill. You right there, buddy?
Indeed, no one getting the first blood as of yet. Sumail, as you say, getting all the space in the mid lane. It's pretty much the dream for him that snipe that Fear was able to get, and Fear looking to make himself apparent on these other lanes. He's eyeing up top.
Yeah, Fear.
Got eyes.
This is really good place here. Look, they're already doing pretty damn good up here. Moo actually has 0 last hits on the Sanking, getting very heavily punished by the right clicks coming up from the Tiny's tree. And he could be in some trouble here. Fear actually unable to get the rotation to get the sandwich on him with the double stuns. But yeah, he has 0 last hits on the safe lane Sanking versus an 11 last hits on Tiny. They actually find Z-Freak.
Yeah, that's the easier kill as well. Dragging him back into the 2-man avalanche. They do get the burrow strike from Moo, trying to buy some time for the escape, but Z-Freak will pop. First blood for Fear. And Moo takes quite the beating as well.
Clutch movement by Fear.
Fear doing a lot so far in this early game. Down bottom, Universe will jump away. It's the tree line, so should be fine for now.
So similar movement that they did last time, and Crit now gets the lift onto Moo.
Again, they're looking for more. Avalanche comes through after the burrow strike. Cold Fiend on Arteezy forces the Tiny to back up, but Moo is very low. Just going to search for him. Moo's starting to salve up. Salve will be cancelled. They do get crit. Moo chasing for Fear, and in fact, with Kyle turning up as well, this time Complexity should be able to get the cleanup. Fear's got the heal going. It's buying him some time. Is it really going to be enough to get him out of there? It's looking pretty close. Moo should have the burrow strike back in a second, though, and indeed, with a second instance of Cold Feet, Z-Freak will be set up for the double kill. So this time, Complexity able to shut down EG's aggression on that top lane, and that is scary. You know, Evil Geniuses can't let that sort of aggressive lane that they're trying to pull together fall apart and get punished.
Yeah. I mean, Kyle has to be up here. This now gives Universe a little bit more leeway in the bottom lane, though, as this Puck versus melee hero matchup. But there's no way that he can't be up here to help Sanking. I mean, Moose still has 0 last hits, dude.
I mean, I'm looking at mid lane as well. The start that the Sumail got had just propelled him to dominate this matchup. 22 for 10 against Limp's 10 for 1.
Dude, Courier Snipes just really destroy games, honestly.
A prize.
So hard for Limp to play. I mean, again, has he got any regen on him, Limp?
He's got some tangos.
He's got some tangos. Okay. It's not great, though. Sumail is just having the easiest lane of his life.
And Dusa has gotten... He has actually gotten buffed, kind of, because not only just the buff specifically that he got from his talents and from everything, but middle lane, look how tiny the ramp is now. You pretty much always get hit by Snake if you walk up. Top lane again, Kyle.
A bit hard as he go on, and Arteezy doesn't quite find the range for the Avalanche, so they'll let them be. Arteezy's fine to continue to just go back to farming on this top lane, focusing on that.
Yeah, now they've switched the lanes. They've realized this is too much of a blunder for Moo. They bring the Chaos Knight top.
Drop back Fear's creep.
They get it. Golden experience bounty. And lane swap. Arteezy goes bottom.
Limp, I feel like as well, Limp is at a point just going to have to look to go into the jungle and start arrowing the big creeps, because laning is going to get so tricky for him. I mean, if it hasn't already, as we can see, with this sort of 2-level advantage the male has. 30 for 15, double the CS, and a lot of denies as well for Sumail's juicer.
Chesty's still farming very well, though, for Cole. So he's going to be like the big saving grace for them in the laning phase. But yeah, this is the second time I've seen Limp go back to base now in this middle lane in 5 minutes. Getting some caustic harassment onto Arturi.
He's on his own down here, but the 1v1 should be fine with the well pushing under the tower. Z-Freak. Close to Universe nearly level 5, as it were. Kyle. Still really trying to find a place where he can do something big, and Jesse's sort of alone. Because he has to back away when Universe starts to get a area. If they get the telekinesis into the double stomp, Jesse could be in a lot of trouble. He has got Phantasm.
Bottom lane, Arteezy.
Getting chased down, and with the toss. Not going to be enough to bring down Moo, so Deep Complex to get the kill. Infuse range up, keeping Moo alive there.
But, I mean, Ichi's doing like, this is exactly what they needed to do in this game. The lanes were incredibly important for them. They've done a great job of just coming out ahead in them at the time being. With an Undying lineup, you need to come pretty hard out of the lanes. Otherwise, you can suffer quite a lot in that mid game.
On top, there's the play. Phantasm, though, does duke out the first stun. The second stun still comes flying through them with the avalanche and toss. Jesse's falling low, pops the stick charges, but they'll chase him down, chuck the tree onto the head of the horseman. And Artur takes the kill. And that's Phantasm down.
Yeah, it was a nice little Phantasm, though, to dodge the first Centaur stun. But, yeah, pays with his life, and now they don't have that big ability, which they kind of need. I mean, they don't really need the ability, but they need the CK to have a very good game since all the other lanes are
they need him farming.
not going well. Arteezy's almost got double the net worth of Limp. That guy, I mean, Courier Snipe, honestly, Fear, setting up everything. Not only that, but making his way toward that top lane. He's shut down all of Complexity's positives.
TP's coming through. Kyle and Chessie are going to look to hold. Keep that tier 1 alive. They'll drop the tombstone down. EG already on the retreat. Oh, Chessie can't quite get the grab there. Tries to bring him back with the rift. A little too speedy. And again, this mid lane, what are you going to do about this, Sumail?
Moose rotating over. Sumail's a bit far up.
He's playing very aggressively. He does also have 3 points in the mana shield. We'll see if that is actually going to be enough as the burst strike into arrow comes through. And looks like Sumail getting a little bit too cocky in that mid lane. He did dominate. He's got a lot of farm. He's got a lot of worth, but he can't really move in like that.
He hadn't seen Moo in quite a long time. Kyle now getting stunned up. They've got the follow-up from Universe and Arteezy. Do they have enough damage, though? With the double decay, he's very tanky.
Jesse's going to be there as well. He's going to look for the turnaround. Brings back Artur. I've got Z-Freak heading over to the neighborhood as well, but Jesse not quite enough damage and control to bring down Arteezy, so Arteezy will be fine.
Who got the last hit on the Medusa? Oh, it was Moo. Okay, I was going to say Limp really needs to get the kill, but gets hit by a snake. Down to very low mana again. Gonna have to probably get forced out of the lane or get a bottle. soon to build sustain.
Tower is destroyed.
Top tower already gets dropped.
We'll be able to drag back Universe. Universe still with the... Oh, that's Soul Rip. God. Destroyed in there.
The crit from Chesty into the Soul Rip. Okay.
All right, they bring down Uni. They do lose that tier 1 tower. EG claiming the objective. And overall, as we see 2k gold lead.
I don't think you expected that much damage
that was
to come out there.
a massive burst. I think if he did, he would have jumped sooner.
Yeah. Bottom lane, crit, Arteezy. They're setting up Universe too.
Telekinesis and silence. They'll get the chance to burrow strike out.
The tree throw.
Off he goes.
Bam!
Bullseye.
That's what. Is that 3 tree throw kills? Oh, no, 2 tree throw kills.
Arteezy looking very comfortable on the Tiny that he's been pulling out a few games recently.
Yeah.
Build-wise, oh, I don't even find more. Avalanche is going to miss. Cold Feet will cause Arteezy to have to back up. And actually, with that Avalanche missing, it will cost them the kill. They don't get Z-Freak, despite the usage of the Dream Coil as well for Universe.
Yeah. The Ice Vortex bonus movement speed. Pushing Z-Freak just out of range of that Avalanche. Well, musical lanes quite a lot this game. I mean, it's now 10 minutes into laning phase is mostly over, but we've been seeing a lot of movements coming out from Cole, just trying to get better matchups because of how the lanes just didn't go in their favor. Even though they have 2 kills in advantage over EG, the gold is definitely EG favored, mostly because of that Medusa or the Mirana.
Arteezy able to clean up a nice stack here.
Radiant's bottom tower under fire.
He was just one of the little creeps though that Lint was able to grab with that arrow, so didn't quite get the snipe that he was after.
Radiant's bottom tower
As we've been
is
saying,
being
despite
attacked.
Samael feeding his way his life in a bit of a overconfident play. He's still very good in farm. He's 4.8k,
Radiant's bottom
miles ahead of
tower
Limp,
under fire.
and putting some pressure onto this tier 1 tower in the mid lane. Complexity put the Moonlight Shadow. They are, by the looks of it, just trying to save Chesty as things were beginning to get a bit hairy up top. They're looking towards Samael who's coming forward, but he's a very hard hero to do anything against at this stage of the game with the tools they have. Level 10.
They want this tower from EG. They used the enchant on the catapult to be able to try to push in with Universe's rotation.
Nice blast inbound, but not going to make the connection. Carl dropping the Tombstone as well.
Yeah, Tombstone and Sandstorm dissuades EG.
Samael, he'll probably want to just farm that Tombstone. It's going to be some easy gold for him right there. Easy 150. Tower as well. It's just they're just handing money to Samael on a plate.
Mask of Madness will be finished up for Sumail now, and it looked like they were stacking Ancients, so they do have just 1 stack, but...
Tower is being attacked.
Where are you going?
Oh, no.
Farm it.
He was trying to play around there for the deny. Doesn't get it, but it also doesn't cost him his life. Burrow Stroke will save him.
Limp gets some space bottom.
Sure are loving those
Getting a decent amount as well. Samael comes in with a TP. Will allow EG to hold on to this tier 1 tower.
2 tower advantage already. 11. Fear doing his job as the Enchantress. Definitely this game. And Crit continue to stack those Ancients up for the Medusa and Tiny.
Yes.
As well as Fear stacking up Ancients
Oh,
too.
Arthur. Crit with the Avalanche again. And as we're seeing, Chesty at this stage can't do too much about that Tiny 1v1 without the Phantasm, and even with the fact that there's that 0 Agi, with the Agi items being picked up. He is starting to build up a bit of armor himself, Arteezy, and, well, Moo, rotation.
I think Moo's starting to realize something this game, though. He goes for the urn and the bracer, but he's not actually completing the drum just yet. He's queued up the blink. I think he has to, too. There's no really playmakers on the side of Complexity besides him. Sure, you can see the Mirana try to set up for ganks and stuff, though, but killing Medusa is very difficult because of how tanky she is, and Arteezy is just sitting back and farming. He's now going to continue to farm that ancient stack that we were mentioning, but he doesn't have tree grab for a couple seconds, so maybe 1 more stack.
Samael just getting 3 kills on his own. Finds the freak alone. Response Limp does manage to burst down Fear with the magical. Samael still standing strong. Continue to push this tower in.
Under fire.
And getting bigger and bigger. Juicer.
Easy. Cleaning up that ancient stack. It is under vision of Complexity, though, so they do know this is all happening, so they're trying to get on the aggression during it. Moo, stepping up. Trying to maybe look for some kind of rotation.
Under siege.
As you say, without the Kunkka that Complexity is so used to playing with, the catch is very small until that blink comes online.
Yeah. Need catch when you have Undying. Makes it really tough when neither of your supports have a real lockdown. Moo finds out Arteezy, but does Arteezy find Moo?
Yep, tosses him back into the hands of Fear. He's got the Burrow Strike and the Moonlight Shadow. Tree throw. It's going to be off the mark. Moo will survive as the Moonlight Shadow saves him. It's continuing to look just that little bit better for Evil Geniuses so far off the back of the lanes. That mid lane matchup definitely still being felt.
It's a good chunk better since they do have Medusa in their draft. Like having an advantage in the early game is absolutely massive. Not only when you have Medusa, but you're playing versus an Undying lineup. Like Undying wants to be able to get more out of this. He wants to be able to group up and be able to take some towers. But 14 minutes in, Complexity still hasn't taken one. Bottom tower's almost there.
Oh, the Invis Ring dispels the smoke, but Crip very, very quick with a Dust of Appearance. Straight away, pops it. And will be able to catch Moo.
Moo is tough. Only 35. 35 last hits on Moo. 1, 2, and 3. Whenever we see, well, most of the time when we see him playing the Sand King, and when Complexity does win with it, it's because Moo is having an excellent game.
Yeah, he normally has massive impact and
it's really getting shut down.
It's easy. Look who he's found. Just find the toss back very nicely into Fear's Centaur Creep, and Kyle doesn't get a chance to throw out a single
takes
spell.
The arrow, though.
See if they can finish him off. They're trying to move forward. Chessie has the Phantasm. Samel trying to peel them away from Arteezy with the Stone Gaze, and for the most part it's working. Chessie's still going to see if he can grab someone with the Rift, but they're already out of range. And that's Phantasm down, and they're not finding kills with it.
So again this time around too, Complexity doesn't really have great tools to farm Ancient stacks. Sure, they have Phantasm right now to do that, which helps them a bit, but besides ultimates, we look at EG, they have much better tools to be able to just farm those Ancients. Medusa and Tiny both can clear them up incredibly fast, and what we see Arteezy constantly doing. EG is stacking Ancients up and farming them with both heroes. Will claim their first tower of the game.
Bottom tower has fallen.
Line is drawn, they're trying to get the aggression going in the mid lane. The toss comes out.
Again, this setup, this catch, the easy kill. Samel with the kill secure.
Nice steal for Rubik as well. Takes the Ice Vortex, one of the better spells when he has a puck and a Tiny smoked up. And you find anything out of it.
They really need to. They're falling behind. Quite heavily so now.
I think need to start blocking these Ancients on. Big problem for them. Farming under vision. Looks like they want to try to set up for him.
He's got Stone Gaze back up in 10 seconds, so they'll have to be quick about it, as he will have chance to set up the action. This could get a little hairy for Complexity. If they're unlikely to be able to burst down Samel immediately, they'll find an easier hero to burst, though. Straight on to the puck. Epicenter being thrown out. Everything's there to claim Universe's life. So it's not a Samel, it's not an Arteezy, but Universe, they'll certainly take it with the way that Complexity are behind. Any sort of core pick-off is a good one.
Yeah, agreed. Can they lead it into tower, though? That's probably the most important thing. Rubik actually steals Appy.
Oh, all right.
Good chunk of damage.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad steal at all.
Not a reliable stun.
Sure, I mean, I guess you could maybe even say, yeah, the Burrow Strike's probably better, but
yeah.
I mean, we could see some flashy plays with the Epi.
Sumail getting gone on here. Chessie, though, is very low.
I was going to say, this you could not go on something like that. The team's just going to turn. They're going to fight back. Stolen Epi from Critters. He chases Chess. He tries for the TP out. He isn't going to make it. And now the Tombstone's down. It doesn't matter. Sumail's just going to be able to farm it up again. Easy 150 gold for Sumail on the Medusa. Kyle getting tossed up and broken down.
Uh-oh.
I mean, that was just a desperation play. As Complexity, you cannot be diving towers on Sumail, because Sumail is absolutely massive, and there is no way that their lineup takes him down before EG get a chance to react.
This game's looking very grim for Complexity. Already a 7k gold lead when the opposing team has a Medusa and you have an Undying. I feel like a broken record a little bit, but Undying really suffering in these type of games where the pace is not what you want it to be. You want to be constantly fighting around towers, being able to take advantage of your Tombstone, but they can't. They don't have great catch, they don't have great damage, and the lanes were such a blunder.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Interesting sense because Kyle's only got 2 games on Undying in his competitive history.
I usually see him playing like the Disablers, the team fighters. Like Undying, sure, team fighter, but when you have no disables on your 2 supports, it makes the game just really hard to play. Your rotations aren't natural.
Oh, and mid Limp. He's been caught out. Avalanche will be off the mark. Ooh. Quickly, then we'll survive.
Chessie. Has Echo Saber finished up? They're looking for Arteezy here.
It would be a big kill. And the creep's actually going to block the arrow, but with the Phantasm, they'll look to chase. Arteezy, he's going to get shredded. Gets brought back. They get the kill. Roshan does go down. EG able to claim it in time. Looking for the TP out. Will make it out. So at the end of the day, sure, they lose Arteezy, but I think that's a sacrifice that EG will be fine with. They still get the Roche. Samael's still alive. He picks up the Aegis. Sure, they're down Arteezy for 30 seconds, but
he's probably
Complexity can't get much more out of it.
Yeah, it's probably saying space.
Sandstorm to blink out.
Is now a thing of the past.
To get away. And it's exactly that build that you said Samael will go for, of course, to start this game.
Oh, yeah. I didn't get to say it actually on the when we tuned back in. But yeah, we've been seeing this a lot in Europe. People were picking CK, and the instant pick would be Medusa, and you rush the Aghanim since the Mystic Snake just instantly kills that Phantasm. Pretty damn strong.
I mean, that is pretty crazy. And then the thing is, the Ags isn't even that bad in sort of the overall sense. It's still got...
Yeah, the stats are decent.
The stats are good for the Medusa. And that's sort of what Instant Stone is. It's very annoying to play against, because that snake's pretty low cooldown. You get a few of those off in the butt.
It literally just one-shots the Phantasm. So it's like, you have to either have a Blink Dagger and go for like these instant burst plays on the CK, which he is going to try to go for, but it's still very hard to play. Top lane Moo.
He's been caught out, and backup's in. Samael's there. Can Moo play his way out of this one with the Dream Core? There's not really many ways he can escape, and indeed he can't. Smoke up from EG. Ready to try and look for more off the back of that Moo pickoff. Fear leading the way. They may just find it. Cole, they have to back up. They've got to play so carefully with these heroes off the map. Chessie would be the big target. It's been backed up by Kyle and Limp for now. Got the ward down. If anyone comes too close to this staircase, maybe the last time they see that staircase.
Illusion.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
Complexity will be fine. They keep themselves away. Samael just getting all the space in the world. I mean, we saw game 2 was a bit of the Arteezy show with the farming getting on Jaro. This time, Samael taking the lead, and it's nice to see that how evil geniuses have this flexibility with the way they can play. One game, Samael's on the playmaker, looking for objectives as DP. The other game, Samael, he's the position one effectively, and Arteezy on the Tiny, he's that mid-game playmaker, and Samael, he's just building up, and he's farming, and he's getting absolutely massive.
Level 17 already in Dusa. The next highest levels are 14. But he's got a huge advantage already for Sumail. Complexity now, trying to take a fight.
Chessie. See if he can get a grab. Samael, not really the one he wants to be bringing in.
All of EG positioned on the high ground here perfectly.
Yeah, Chessie is very much respecting Samael. He cannot open up onto this target. I mean, he throws out a stun, but it's very hard for Complexity to get the teeth stuck into this Medusa.
Moo catches a slight vision of crit there, but they also know where Moo is. They were pinging him out from Universe. They get the jump on Moo.
They're trying to move in. Moo gets the burst strike straight away. Universe silence onto 2. Dream Core's down onto Chessie, and with the toss, Chessie, he can't get out of single spell. Does get off the Phantasm actually, but it doesn't matter. Instantly gets wiped.
Oh, and Limp gets hit by the Impetus.
Oh, Moo. He tried to epi, but he cancels it.
I don't think he could have really gotten anything out of it.
No, I don't think it matters.
It's 12k gold lead already now.
Yeah, this is looking pretty grim. Ice Blast totally off the mark from Z-Freak. Things are falling apart for Complexity here in this game 3 decider. Buyback from Limp. They know that they can't afford to lose a Rax against this Medusa. Samael, a little low on the mana, but look what's coming out to him. I believe he has the Aghanims.
He does have
on the courier.
Already. He's absolutely enormous here. And Limp, I mean, Limp has half of Sumail's net worth on the Mirana. Not just like half. 13.5 to 6.8. That's...
Oh boy!
That's a massive discrepancy. He's just unable to really get back in. He had to use buyback there.
And it's kind of funny in these last 2 games. It's very much been about the little things that the supports have done.
Yeah.
A little, but they've ended up being massive. You know, last game crit and the play around the Roshan. This game fear and that courier snipe. That courier snipe, it's really done it. It really did have a big impact that's led to this point.
It was the courier snipe and just how well they. I mean, that top lane.
Yeah.
Moo had, I said it like a couple times, I think Moo had 0 CS at almost the 4 or 5 minute mark or something on the Sanction, and he usually is dominating. They do find Sumail here. He's got Aegis though.
I was going to say, they're just going to turn straight away. These are desperate plays from Cole. They do find the Enchantress, but there's no way that they can get Sumail. They're going to continue to try, continue to poke, but you're not bringing down this Medusa like that. I mean, at this stage, when Stonegaze is up, you can throw 5 heroes of complexity at Samael, and you still wouldn't have enough at this stage with the way that they're behind.
Whenever I see the few times like I've seen complexity struggle is when I see them not being able to get these group ups. They can group up and push towers together with Z-Freak getting involved too.
Yeah.
These last 2 games when Z-Freak was playing the Wyvern, he was split pushing a lot. This time again, he was the AA kind of playing on the side lanes with the Midas, and they can't really take these head-on-head fights. I mean, of course, it was because of the lanes how hard they went, but they can't take these straight-up engagements into tower pushes like they usually do. Universe.
Let's get the initial stun. They've got the follow-through. Universe will get caught out.
A little bit cheeky there by him. Jumping in to try to push the wave out. Gets punished.
Oh, it's easy pretty much with the Assault Crest complete 24 minutes in. Very similar timing, I feel, to the game we saw him play Tiny the other day. They're very good at playing around this Tiny lineup and making sure that the Arteezy is getting involved with the kills and gets this incredible pace of farm. Mu jumps forward, but immediately with the telekinesis into Stolen Burrow Strike, Avalanche toss combo from Artur. Mu is punished.
Crit's just in the perfect position there.
And this game, it's this sort of game 1 turned on its head. Game 1 at this stage looked pretty impossible for EG to win. Game 3 now looking very, very hard for Complexity to turn around.
I mean, they had the early game draft. They had the early game lineup. They had to make the lanes go super well for them, but this Enchantress completely shut all that down, and I'm not seeing a way back. They're playing some Medusa.
I don't know how
this
they do
kind of a deficit. I don't think they can come back. They have to try to get some huge kill advantages that EG just dives, but it's really tough.
EG's draft this game has just been absolutely perfect.
Yeah,
really that 5th pick Medusa has just caused so many issues. It was such a strong, stable mid laner in the sense that it just didn't need that much help.
I'm loving Crit on this Rubik too.
Yeah, I mean he's pulling out the plays. He's having a great series on Rubik mid lane. They catch out Chessie. He's falling low, so it will keep him alive. Mood just come back in with a Burrow Strike, and in fact, they should get Fear. They'll throw down an Ice Blast onto his grave, just to be sure. So again, it's a pick-off, but we've seen this a few times that they can kill Fear on the Enchantress, but they really struggle killing anyone else on the EG's lineup.
Yeah.
And another Tombstone for Samael. I believe that's the 3rd one he's farmed this game.
Plus 200. The little mini stun, Stone Gaze as well from the Mystic Snake is super annoying for Cole. Not to mention, of course, whenever Phantasm gets used to be pretty useless again. Mu.
Oh, they found him. They've got the Dream Call again, coming through with a Stolen Burrow Strike. And Mu taken down again. Chessie also falling low. He's trying desperately to get back up to the base and will escape.
I feel like I feel like Crit always has the Burrow Strike in this game.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen him miss still and sort of grab Sandstorm.
No?
No, you're right. It feels like he always gets his hand on the good one. It's pretty crazy now.
It's just so hard for them to come back. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we're almost certainly on the verge of seeing EG secure themselves the spot in the grand finals here in the NA regional qualifiers.
Oh, and Limp.
Caught out outside the base, trying to run, trying to hide, but the snake comes through Samael. Limps down, 60 seconds. EG may just go for that high ground push. They're close to the butterfly and Samael. I mean, EG, there really is no pressure on them to hurry this game up.
There's no deep push on the side of Cole. No. They're just going to try to keep spamming out Sumail with cold feet, with Burrow Strikes, but they have the 4-step on him, or the Hurricane Pike, that is.
They've got the Frost Mage armor as well from Fear.
And Arteezy's got the AC a bit ago, so now they can start to get that big siege going.
Easy push indeed. Mu jumps forward, quick with the telekinesis. They're trying to come in with a combo, but the silence is up straight away onto Mu, falling down low. He's not going to be able to get himself out of that one as Mu drops alongside Chessie. Mu has buyback. Chessie does not have that luxury. Another Tombstone into the bank accounts of Evil Geniuses as Cole will pop the fortification, but this is looking pretty much all but over as Evil Geniuses just crushing Complexity in their base. They'll take the tier 3 tower. They'll get the Rex as well as a 20k gold lead. Mu's buying back. They're popping the Moonlight Shadow. They're trying for the plays, desperately holding on in this series, but it may just be too late. Mu goes for the Burrow Strike. There's the follow-up power onto Fear, but Lip can't jump in aggressively to finish off the kill. He has to back away from Samael. And that's the completed butterfly. Samael having such a smooth game on this Medusa.
They can't bring this man down.
There is no way that he dies this game.
Radiant's top tower is under siege.
There is literally, there just is, if you add the numbers up on complexity, it just equals a big fat no when you look at the chances of bringing down Samael's.
Yep. 21k gold lead, 15k experience lead. Roche is going to be spawning soon, and this will probably be Cole making a last-ditch effort to try to take some big fight, but like you said, they do not have the damage to deal with this dude, so he just walks 4 steps into Chessie.
Oh, Chessie's going to put the Phantasm. He will jump for. They do have the Ice Blast, and in fact, with the Ice Blast debuff, maybe they can bring Medusa down. Samael's falling low. They do get it. That is big, but I don't know if they can win the rest of the fight. They have lost 2. They'll get Fear. Move finds the Burrow Strike onto Crit, but Universe going forward with the Orb. They've claimed 2. Arteezy picks up the double kill as he grabs the Freak on the side of it all. Crit with the stolen Burrow Strike in onto Moo. Has the Sandstorm again, a Burrow Strike back in return, allowing Moo to blink away. Universe trying to chase. Moo will get out. I mean, this is quite an achievement that they bring down Samael, but at the end of the day, it still doesn't matter. EG is still winning the team fight overall.
It was literally everything hitting him.
Everything.
Got hit by an arrow with the Reality Rift, pulled him back into the arrow, Ice Blast, everything on top of him, and they end up losing 3 heroes for it, and the Phantasm expended.
Now Arteezy just cleaning up on the back lines. Arteezy's got the money for the Shiva's Guard, so
yeah.
With this build as well, just totally compensating for the main sort of fault with the heroes. It was with no agility.
He's the tank.
He's got an incredible amount of armor now. He's got 36 armor for a hero that has no agility gain. That's a lot of armor.
He's just being that, like, he's trying to be like that frontliner for the Dusa in a way. Even though Dusa's already so tanky, he doesn't really need to be doing... He already does damage naturally with the tree grab and S and Y. Lame. No, he has no leaps available. They don't have the reveal for him at the moment. Until Fear gets closer, he does have some sentries. Puts one down. They see him for a second.
Yeah, they get the grab. Just on the edge. Telekinesing him back. He's dusted up as well. Arteezy there with a wraparound. Limp's gone.
And they're looking for more. They don't have the dust available just yet.
But they've got the Yule set up. Buying time to close in on Kyle. Kyle gets tossed back. Burst down by Crit.
That looks good.
This is getting very rough. Not that it hasn't been really for the last 15 minutes. This game has been entirely in EG's control.
Yeah.
Definitely feeling like this time round the draft EG was just so perfect. Again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Having this Medusa in this lineup has done so much. Again, they're throwing everything in on him. Can they bring him down? The Ice Blast is upon him. He's falling low. He should go beneath the threshold. They'll toss him away from them, but he still goes down. But again, it cost them Limp's life, Chessie's life as well. GG, well played is cool. It doesn't matter if they're killing Samael when it's costing them the entirety of their team's life.
Damn. That was very well played by EG. Just again, being able to farm, having these 2 heroes that can farm ancient stacks as well as just how well the lanes went, they pull so far ahead of over complexity.